Hey, baby. Are you ready to find our dream daddy? I keep thinking about this game, so obviously I need to play it. Oh, good, it's up already. Continue. Kevin. I think this one's the latest one.
Welcome. You've got dads.
We got dads, guys. We got dads. Okay, so I looked it up. I want to know how long this game is. And it says. I'm gonna go live. And it says that it could take 4 hours or 12 hours, depending on how much you look into the game. Well, well, obviously it took me much longer. I played for 5 hours last time, and I feel like I haven't even touched the surface of this game. Anyway, so I think that it's quick if you pick a dad, you're laser focused on getting that dad, and then you go for that dad. You know what I mean? I don't know how focused I am. This doesn't look. This needs to be better. There we go. I don't know if I'm laser focused enough for. Oh my god, it takes up the whole thing. That's fine. So many dads. So little time. So who do we go for? And I guess the question is, do we go on looks or do we go on personality? Because if we go here, look wise, well, they're all pretty hot, not gonna lie. But my first instinct is Craig, right? Best friends since college, makes it's such a cute story of them like getting together later in life. Okay, I to me, Joseph's off the table. He's married. I know it's different when I play The Sims and people end up hooking up with whoever, but Joseph's married. I don't really want to go that route. It just feels wrong. Hugo, attractive, more smart than I am, more smart than Kevin. Kevin's not that smart. He's smart. He's more snarky. Kevin's snarky. Damien, fun, uh, hot. I still think Damien and Hugo should get together. Robert, trouble, absolute trouble. So for me, it's really between these three up here, right? And I think that personality wise, he gets along the best with Matt and Brian. Brian is competitive and he likes fishing. We apparently don't like fishing, but we do like being competitive with Brian. And I think that our personality gets along a lot with Brian. Matt, we had a great time with Matt. We went on a date with Matt. Great time. Great. These are like the three men I think that we've dated actually. Craig, love Craig. However, could I live the rest of my life eating kale chips and random protein mixes and being asked to go for a jog every day? Could I live that way? That's the question. And I don't know if I want to sacrifice that. You know, I want to eat pizza and sit on the couch. So, what's your opinion? Should we go for Matt? Should we go for Brian? Should we go for Craig? We have three beautiful matches here that we could all go for. I think what I'm going to do first, since we're picking a date right now, I think is where we're at. Because we're in dad book. And I think the best option, because of how well the dates went, would be Brian. So I'm going to message. Oh, wait, look at that. Okay, wait. What's our match with the other ones? Oh, no, no, no. Back. We got heart there too. Okay. And we got a heart there too. Oh, God, he's so hot. All right. Anyway, let's go. Let's try Brian. Let's message him. Hi, Brian. Hey, Daisy and I are going fishing tomorrow. Are you in or out? Yeah, so last we left it, we were going to go fishing with Brian. Oh no, I've been dreading this day. I accidentally boasted about my abilities as a fisherman to Brian, and now he's challenging me to another dad off. I've been doing my fishing research online, but I'm nowhere close to being an expert. Even still, I have to accept. I type back to Brian. Sounds great, man. Super excited to... I see nothing. Oh, shit. It went away. Brian responds back, letting me know that tomorrow he'll pick us up at an hour I had previously forgotten existed. Man, that's going to be a rough start. Amanda. Manny comes into the room from the kitchen, eating a cheese stick by biting it off piece by piece like some kind of monster. I didn't raise you like that. What? It's called string cheese. It's not choppy cheese for a reason, Amanda. Did you just call me in here to criticize my controversial string cheese eating technique or what? No, Amanda, we have to go fishing tomorrow. Well, you have to go fishing. I get to play with Brian's dog. How do I become a master of fishing overnight? You went fishing in the Girl Scout, didn't you? No. My stint in the Scouts was brief and purely transactional, though thought I could get free cookies, but I didn't know that I had to be outside and tie knots and stuff. But I have to beat Brian. See, when I was in the Girl Scouts, it was like, I just want the patches. Dad, let me tell you a story. Do you remember last summer how I applied for a job at the coffee shop across town? Give me a refresher. During the interview, they asked me if I knew how to work an espresso machine, and I really wanted the job, so I lied and said yes. On that first morning, there was a line out the door, and within an hour, I severely burned my hand, and they told me to go home and never come back. I still have a scar from that. Of course I remember. What does that have to do with fishing? The burn is a metaphor, Dad. I don't get it. See, he's too dumb to be with the professor. You can lead a horse to water. What do horses have to do with fish and burns? Dad, please. I don't get your obsession with competing against Brian. You wouldn't understand. It's a dad thing. Please try explaining it to me. Okay, Brian's he just thinks that he's so much better than me, and he purposefully reminds me of that whenever he can. It's like he has to one-up me. I have to beat him at his own game. Is that what you think is happening here? No, Amanda. Okay, good. I know that's what's happening. All right, Pops. We should both be getting some sleep. See you in the morning. Night, Panda. I don't want to get up that early either. That sounds awful. I brush my teeth and throw on some pajamas. I climb into bed, set my alarm, and close my eyes. Okay, sleep. This is how I sleep. I am wide awake. I can't help but think about the last time I went fishing, hoping that there's something I can glean from it to give me an edge over Brian. I was about 9 years old. My dad woke me up one morning and told me to get dressed and meet him downstairs. It was still dark out. I had no idea what was going on, but before I knew it, we were both alone on a freezing cold lake. I had to sit there for hours while it got hot and muggy, the air thick with bugs. I picked up mosquito bites while my dad sat in stony silence, fishing pole in one hand and a beer in the other. We didn't catch anything. On the long drive home, my father bought a pack of cigarettes and didn't say a thing. That didn't help, and I think I have some repressed sadness about my father. I'll deal with that later. I'm sitting on a boat in the middle of a body of water. I can't see any land, but I know it's a lake. The water is placid and still. I'm holding a fishing pole. Just like his trauma. I don't understand why, but it feels like my life depends on catching fish right now. I cast my lure into the water and wait and wait and wait. My whole being is filled with hopelessness as I watch the line disappear into the depths below. You used the wrong lure. I look up and see my father, just as he looked that one cold morning, disapproving. I'm panicking now. I pull the lure up and try to grab a different one, but all of the lures in my tackle box are the exact same. I look up to my father for guidance, but he's gone. I try casting again, but I can't hold my footing. My boat tips over and I fall into the water, sinking further and further. I see the multitudes of fish that had been lying just below the surface, all swimming around me as if to taunt me. One fish swims up to me. He has Brian's eyes. Oh, Brian. You gotta use a neutral buoyancy lure if you're trying to catch trout, buddy. I jolt awake to the sound of my alarm. It's fishing day. That would explain the weird dream. I groggily slip on clothes and get ready. I spot Amanda's door half open and see her still curled up in a mountain of blankets. Walking over to her bed, I give her a tiny kiss on the forehead. Fishing day, kiddo. You ready? No. Well, you gotta get up. I can't do this without you. Also, stop sleeping in your clothes. Amanda pulls her comforter over her head. Never. Amanda, I'll get up in a minute. All right, Brian should be here in 20, so you better not just go back to sleep. Amanda sticks her hand through the blanket to wave me away. I leave her room and make myself some coffee and another cup with lots of cream and sugar for Amanda whenever she gets up. Amanda eventually wanders in and chugs her coffee while I do word jumbles. I hear the doorbell ring. That must be Brian. It's Brian. Look at his shirt. Fashion. Still rubbing our eyes, we walk outside to see Brian. He decked out in fishing gear. Daisy's falling asleep next to him. Early bird gets the worm, buddy. You ready to fish? I was born ready. My eyes narrow in on Brian. I do like 50 million different voices when I play this game. It's a good day to die. Hop on in, guys. Let's get this fishing party started. I walk over to the driver's side door and open it. Woof, woof. Brian's dog immediately hops into the driver's seat, wagging his tail furiously. I love Waxwell. Can I see your license, sir? Maxwell, let Kevin sit. Maxwell obediently hops into the back to cuddle with Daisy. Amanda settles in next to Maxwell and Daisy and immediately falls asleep. You ready for an adventure? I'm ready for glory. He's so confident, considering he knows nothing about fishing. I struggle to stay awake as we drive out to the outskirts of town. Country music plays quietly from the radio as I watch trees pass by. So where exactly are we headed? It's about an hour north of here. A little spot I've been going to since I was a kid. My dad used to take me there all the time. I don't think anybody else knows about it. I bought everything we need so that we can catch some trout, have a nice little fire, and enjoy the nature. That sounds nice. My fishing pole is in the shop, getting it tuned up. Do you maybe have an extra I could borrow? But of course. It's probably not as nice as it sounds like yours is, though. Right. I am digging a hole here. I stare out at the forest lining the highway. The sun is just barely over the horizon, scattering dusky pink light throughout the trees. For a split second, I spot a deer grazing on the side of the road before it leaps back into the brush. After a nice quiet drive, Brian eventually tells me to pull off the highway and onto a dirt road. The car bumps along until we reach a clearing that opens up to a magnificent lake. Well, here we are. Oh, that's nice. I step out of the car and help Brian unload our gear as Maxwell runs around us, barking. The kids wake up and wander to the shore, where Daisy tries to teach Amanda how to skip rocks. Brian and I carry the tackle boxes and cooler down to the edge of the lake, where he has a canoe waiting. A canoe. Canoe! Oh, great, it's still one piece. Hold on, help me out with Maxwell. Is the canoe just like in there? Did you just leave it there? That's not really a good idea. I helped Brian place a tiny dog-sized life vest onto Maxwell. Oh my god, how cute is that? All right, your turn. Brian hands me a lime green vest. Maybe if I fall in, you'll save me. Maybe if I fall in, you'll save me. Oh, we're being flirty now. We're flirting. If I fall in, I'm counting on you to rescue me. Oh, he liked it. Suit yourself. Brian turns to Amanda and Daisy, who are still skipping rocks. You kids want a fish? I'm good with just throwing rocks into the water. That was not her voice. I did her voice wrong. Whatever. Amanda hurls a rock into the pond with gusto. Yeah, take that, water. Amanda, you're supposed to be skipping them. Is that what we're doing? Daisy, don't you want to fish? I think catching fish is kind of inhumane. We're gonna go explore in the woods and look at bugs and stuff. Alright, be safe. Don't go too far. Brian puts the life vest around himself and we throw all of our equipment into the canoe. Maxwell happily jumps in and takes his place looking out over the front of the boat. Oh my god, it's so cute. I get into the canoe as Brian shoves off. We paddle together to get ourselves in the middle of the lake. Most freshwater fish usually feed at dusk and dawn, which is why I had to get up so early. Yeah, I know. It's pretty common fisherman knowledge after all. Fisherman knowledge that I am knowledgeable about. Still a gambling man? You know it. Let's see who can catch more fish. You can catch more than one. Sounds easy enough to me. What's on the line? Besides all the fish I'm going to catch, obviously. I was thinking something a little more high stakes than mowing the lawn. Custody of our children. More than that. Let's say if I win, I get your weed whacker. The Whack Master 2000? That's a limited edition. But if you win, you get my pole saw. The Reach and Cut 3000. The cordless version? That's the one. Shit. The Reach and Cut 3000 is state of the art. My weed whacker is a prized possession, but these are those hard to reach branches. But there are those hard to reach branches at the back of the yard that have been begging for a pruning. You're on. We shake on it. I suddenly remember that I don't know how to fish. My foolish fatherly pride will one day be my undoing. I watch as Brian ties a lure and does some stuff I can't quite follow with his fishing pole. He casts into the lake. Oh boy, now I have to do that. I stare down at the tackle box and at the pole in my hand. Oh shit. Put some bait on the hook, insult the fish, stretch before physical activity. Put some bait on the hook. I fish a worm from the styrofoam container Brian brought. It's slippery, but I think I can get it on the hook if I just focus. Oh god, I'm bleeding. Oh god, the blood's everywhere. The worm is not on the hook. Need some help? No, I meant to do that. The blood attracts the fish. They can smell it up to a mile away, you know. I think that's sharks. No, it's definitely fish. Now what? Perform a fish mating call. Oh my god. Tie a knot or something. Tie a knot or something. I take my pole and try to tie an elaborate looking knot to impress Brian, the classic hunter's bend. I learned that one in my youth. Yep, this one isn't coming apart anytime soon. With this knot, I will cast my heavenly line upon the unsuspecting water and deliver onto us a bountiful harvest. I look over to Brian. He doesn't seem to be paying attention. Let's cast this sucker. I pull my rod back and launch the lure as hard as I can. And the lure flies off of the line and sails far, far away, landing in the lake with a loud sploosh. Sorry, I judged the wind speed wrong. This cold air drives the pressure down. Go ahead and take my pole. I know it's hard switching to a new pole when you're not used to it. I'll fix up another lure. Brian hands me his pole with a smile, and I just sit there, feeling like an idiot. Oh! Fishing around here is easy. They group up. All you gotta do is line up 3 of the same species and reel them in. Okay. I need to match three of the same species. I can't tell. I can tell. I can tell. I'm better at this than you, sir.
Match of the day.
Bam. Oh, shit. Okay. No, that was wrong. I'm like, no, I'm great at this. Wrong. There we go.
Match of the day.
Catch of the day, it just said. Not all of them. Here.
Nice catch.
Bam. Meow.
Nice catch.
Meow. Hey.
Day.
The sound effects.
Match of the day.
The sound effects. Oh.
Now you're fishing.
Now you're fishing?
Nice match.
I'm a fisher. I'm a fisherman. I'm fishing for fish. Fishy, fish, fish. Fishy. Fishy, fish, fish.
Catch of the day.
Yeah, catch of the day.
Nice catch.
Nice. Nice.
Catch of the day.
So good at fishing. I'm a fisherman. They all keep moving and it really throws you off. I can't concentrate. What? Stop bubbling at me. No, stop. I'm working. I know. No, I know. There we go. I couldn't figure out how. Whatever. Doesn't matter. There you go. Now you're fishing. Oh shit. How'd I do? Yeah. See, yeah, that's fine. A for accomplished. There we go. I accomplished that fishing all over the place. Wow, this is way tougher than I thought. I look over at Brian, who's smiling and obviously enjoying his time out here on the lake. I will crush him. Suddenly, the fishing pole jumps in my hand. I reflexively tug upwards. I think I got something big. The tip of the pole dips down repeatedly and the line starts to run. Reel it in. I finally get the fish right up to next to the boat. It's a long, beautiful rainbow trout. Brian hands me a net. It's all yours. I lean down and notice that my hands are shaking with excitement. The fish is bigger than all the ones Brian caught. The pole saw is mine. Oh shit, he's got, I knew it. I knew he was just gonna fall in. The entire canoe tips over with me. I find myself sinking into the lake. I should have taken the life vest. All of a sudden, I'm embraced under the water and pulled into Brian's arms. I finally dragged upward. Sputtering water out of gear floats on me. Sputtering water, all of our gear floats up on the surface. Maxwell's doggy paddles around in circles, having a great time. You all right? Does that count as one? Well, seeing as all of our fish are now swimming safely back in the lake, I guess so. Brian laughs. Let's get you to shore. Brian and I flip the canoe back over and fill it with our now soaking wet gear. We row back to the shore with Maxwell in tow. Oh, once we get to the beach, Maxwell darts off into the woods. Brian takes off his shirt. Dots of lake water glistening in the sun across his strong back. Man, all that general contracting must have built that guy like an ox. Woo! I hope he doesn't notice me staring. I'm gonna get a fire going so we can dry off. Want to hand me yours? Yes. Okay. I reluctantly take off my own shirt and toss it to Brian. Not my egg nips! I suddenly wish I had done more sit-ups in my life, or any sit-ups at all, really. Another thing you bested me in, stupid sexy Brian. You might as well fry that shirt up. Seems like it's the only lunch we'll have. See, I'm laughing because I keep picturing my guy, Kevin, being like, call me Kevin. And Brian being terrorized. So it's even funnier to me in my head. Anyway, the day's young, we can fish from the shore. Once Brian gets the fire going, I sit and try to dry off my pants. Brian sets a couple lures out by the water's edge. We're probably going to have to put the kibosh on the competition for now. Until another day. My stomach growls. You hungry? Oh, I'm fine. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls out a few granola bars. I have a small child. I am flush with snacks. Brian joins me by the fire and I accept the cargo short granola. And now we're back to waiting. Where did the girls get off to? Shouldn't they be back by now? I wouldn't worry about it too much. There are a couple smart kids. That's what I'm worried about. They're too smart. They probably established a small rural government by this point, installed themselves as leaders. I take a look around at the sun cresting the tree line, casting the entire lake in a warm, golden glow. The forest seems to be coming alive now. Birds chirp in the distance. Wow, nature is beautiful. A mosquito bites me. I slap my neck and curse. Nature sucks. Here you go, bud. Brian hands me a bottle of bug spray. I begrudgingly take it and douse myself. Ugh, I've always hated how this stuff smells. Really? I've always kind of liked it. Reminds me of being outside. Maybe you and I have different sentiments on the outdoors. Maxwell comes bounding up to me, a huge stick on his mouth. He drops it at my feet and looks at me expectantly. Oh my god, he's so cute. No. Why would you do that? Break the stick in half to assert your dominance? How dare you? Throw the stick towards the woods. Oh, so many eggplants. I hurl the stick as hard as I can towards the tree line. Maxwell bolts after it, running as fast as his stubby little legs can carry him. Which, consequently, is not very fast. It's very cute, though. Nice throw, Kevin. I turn away so he can't see me blush. Maxwell brings the stick back to me, clearly proud of himself, as he should be. Good boy, Maxwell. You're very good and speedy boy. You're the world champ of fetch. It's time for the pets. What's the plan? Oh yeah, must give pets. Behind the ears. I give Maxwell some little scratches behind his floppy ears. He responds in kind by licking my face. Oh, what a cutie. He really likes you. Be careful. He's going to try to follow you home if you keep that up. I scratch Maxwell's ears more intensely. I'm going to steal your dog, Brian. We both laugh, but I'm only kind of kidding. While I'm playing with Maxwell, fish begin routinely pulling on Brian's lines. I watch Brian effortlessly fillet the fish, squeezing a bit of lemon on them and frying them up in a cast iron pan. Before we know it, we have a feast fit for a couple of shirtless dudes. Amanda and Daisy emerge from the woods looking totally unscathed. Whoa, Dad Bod Patrol. I'm gonna have to issue you both a citation and demand you both put your shirts on. There's a children present. Brian tosses me my now dry shirt. I pull it over my head, thankful that I will no longer be distracted by Brian and his pecs. Where have you guys been? Studying entomology. What? We were playing with bugs. I expected you guys to be more covered in, like, mud and stuff. Daisy looks offended. What do you take me for, a child? Amanda puts her hand on Daisy's shoulder. Right. 'Cause she's 10. We take a seat around the fire, and Brian serves us all generous piles of fish on paper plates. It's absolutely delicious. Why does he have to be good at everything? Fish tastes okay. No, sorry. Hold on. That was totally wrong. Hold on. Fish tastes okay? Daisy and Amanda both nod furiously, mouths full of fish. It's incredible. I've never had fish this good. Yeah, it's great. Old Harding family recipe. Why are your pants wet? Well, Amanda, we were out there on the lake and then I accidentally tipped over that boat. Don't worry, all of the gear floated to the surface so we didn't lose anything. Right, Kevin? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I can't believe he just covered for me. Gosh, he's even now humbles me. He's trying to beat me at everything, including my world-famous sense of humility. Brian. We finish our fish and end up playing catch with Maxwell for a little while before we decide to head out. After cleaning up the camp, we pack up the station wagon and let Maxwell into the back seat. The poor pup falls asleep in a cuddle puddle with Amanda and Daisy. They've had a long day. Oh my god, a cuddle puddle. Been an ordeal today, but let me drive you guys home. I want to prove that I'm the most awake dad on the block, but yeah, I'm beat. Fine. As we drive away, I take one last look at the lake disappearing behind us and smile. I rest my head against the window, and the low rumble of the dirt road beneath us lulls me into a peaceful sleep. Hey, sleepyhead. I open my eyes and realize I had dozed off in the car. I self-consciously wipe a bit of drool off my chin. Oh, hey, I was resting my eyes. Just in case we suddenly have to jump into any sort of conflict, so I'm super awake for it. And ready to fight. With my strong arms. It's all good. You're in some rest, buddy. Thanks for coming out with us today. I had a lot of fun with you. Thanks for inviting us. I also had fun, actually. Glad to hear it. Take it easy, yeah? You too. Take it the easiest. Brian chuckles to himself as he unloads the car. Amanda and I get inside and immediately collapse onto the couch. A long day. Yet. I was so close to that pole saw. Pole saw? Yeah, Brian and I were competing to see who could catch the most fish, and oh, stop. Why do you care so much? Amanda Panda, just look at the guy. He's so obviously got my number, and he's rubbing it in my face.
Ugh.
Dad, I love you, but you're kind of dumb sometimes. Dumb? Or clearly the superior dad? You know what? I don't have any of the energy required to properly unpack your weird fixation with asserting your masculinity. I'm going to bed. Night. I'm a tired slug. Amanda, that floor is disgusting. I don't care. Well, night, honey. Night, Pops. I think it went pretty well. I like that his Hawaiian shirt is on there.
You sure know how to make a dad blush.
Oh, what does S mean? What is... I made him blush, I guess. Oh, sincerity mean? Maybe? Or shirtless. Soft boy. Oh my god, we got an achievement for soft boy. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strange. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. Something must have happened. Amanda, get out! Okay. I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I can hear her crying again. Oh. Is it the boy that she was talking to? Wow. What has her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's usually so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. I can't even remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I had a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out from her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up, takes her still freezer-burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging on the wall. In it, I'm teaching her how to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. When she started to cry because she didn't think she needed head bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood there in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was all like nothing even happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen, like she usually does, she makes a beeline to her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin. What? Can you come here for a second? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I can't even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. So just whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy.
Oh.
Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set by now. Ta-da! Dad. Sorry you're sad, but I support you 100%. Sorry you're sad. It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over, and this is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve us up some delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. What is? This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just... I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes? I guess I should start from the top. So, you know how MR is going to that fancy art school in California, right? MR. The other one. I guess you're not technically wrong. It's good to have fallbacks like that one. Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosie M. that both of the Emmas, Grace and Noah, all went to a party at Mackenzie F's on the same night that they all told me that they were busy studying for the Calc AB final. Yikes.
Oh.
So, another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I, have a crush on Noah, and, that's the thing. What? Whoa. I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay. You're a bad liar. So are you. I learned from the worst.
Oh no.
Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was Emma R, and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just kept quiet and kept going about my business. And then one day, I invite everybody to go out to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy, like, simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we were out of chips, and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable.
Ugh.
So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court, and who do I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos without me. What fucking dicks? Ew. What? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss. No. Yes, I know. So I storm over there, and I'm like, hey. And Grace drops a nacho on her shirt, because of course she just does. And Emma R just like glares at me. Grace, nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the gossipy one. I know. Grace is the one nobody really likes. Or I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything. And I'm just like, you guys suck. Which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say. But I was very angry and really embarrassed. And I just wanted to get out of there. So I left without nachos, might I add. Which only further contributed to the shitty day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to Emma R, asking how long this Noah thing's been going on, and sorry, I know that's a lot. You still following? What did Emma R say? Oh, okay. Get a load of this. Emma R says, you know what? Let me just read it to you. She pulls out her phone and reads, word for word, an absurdly long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I cannot believe that. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, and I'm trying my hardest to be supportive.
Oh.
They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her that she's being a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me on red, and then, wait, left me on red? What's that? Like, she saw my message and didn't reply. And I know because there's our red receipts. I don't know what red receipts are, but I'm just gonna nod and pretend I understand. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she, at least, is being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I was like, say what about you? And he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her in the group chat and I got kicked out of. All right. I think you lost me at screenshots. But that definitely sounds bad. There's so much more, but honestly, it's just all really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me, half of my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from everybody else, but Emma R has been there since Mom died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad, but she's dating Noah, but I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. Amanda stabs at the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everyone just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected. I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help?
Oh no.
Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know, it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb. No, it's the stupidest thing to be upset over. Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time. Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long, long time ago. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. When you get older, you start realizing the sort of people you want to associate yourself with. Do you really want to surround yourself with people who would do something like that to their friend? It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful friendships. It took me a long time to figure out myself, and I wish I'd learned it sooner. If the other person isn't putting the effort in and shows you how much they care, it's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing. And if you can't see that, well, that's their problem. I'll keep that in mind. I looked down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake? Yes, we did just eat that whole cake. Well, good talk. Amanda gets up to her room. Before she closes the door, she turns around. Hey, Pops. Yeah? Thank you. You are always welcome. Love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
Aw. How sweet.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Oh, we're back to the dads. Oh, Craig's messaged us. So I have a favor to ask. Robert invited me over for dinner. And I know it's kind of a faux pas to invite another bro, but I've known the guy for years and I still can't get a good read on him. And I know it's going to be super awkward if I go by myself. Will you please come with me? I love food. I especially love food that's free. And I don't know why you're so sweaty over cooking, but sure. Yeah, dude, I'm down. Thank you. I really hope that's a sweat of relief. Oh man, I don't know how I feel about social time with Robert. Still, I guess free food is free food. We hooked up with Robert at one point, so Craig and I decided to meet up before heading over to Robert's place. We're meeting up. Ooh, hey Craig. See, I had made a choice that I was going to get with Brian. And here's Craig just trying to lure me back in. Craig's always trying to lure, man. Craig's waiting on my porch, bottle of white wine in hand. Kevin, boy, I'm so glad to see you. Likewise, man, classy of you to bring wine. Oh, it's not wine, it's sparkling apple cider. Robert literally has a wine cellar, so I think he's good. Wow. Or at least I think he has a wine cellar. I'm genuinely unsure if he was telling the truth or not. I can never tell with him. Thank God it's just me, I never know. He's so deadpan about everything. I usually just laugh it off, but man, that guy's an enigma. We start walking over to Robert's house. Does Robert even know how to cook? I have sincere doubts that whether he knows how to shave. I have sincere doubts about whether he even knows how to shave properly or iron his shirts. I feel like you learn to cook after you learn those two things. One time I saw him grab a hot dog from a trash can. I mean, I was at the very top of the trash can, like sitting above it, but still, if he were on trial, I think the jury would define that as in the trash. In his defense, I've definitely considered grabbing food from the top of a trash before. Well, yeah, I think we've all considered it, but the difference is that Robert actually did it. True, maybe he's the enlightened one. Maybe we're holding ourselves back. We arrive at Robert's house and ring the doorbell, but the doorbell won't chime. Must be broken. Craig knocks on the door a few times. Since when does Robert have a dog? I don't know. That's weird. I can hear Robert just inside. 1 second. This is uncharted territory, Kevin. Wait. If he's the one making barking noises and there is no dog, what if he has no dog? Don't say that. Don't. We're not even inside yet. Finally, the door opens. Robert looks pretty stunned to see me and quickly adjusts his posture to try to hide it. This is gonna be weird, isn't it? Kevin, didn't know you'd be tagging along. Did Craig not tell Robert I was coming? Come on, Craig. I can leave if there's not... No, it's fine. Come on in. Wipe your feet. Wipe your feet? He is not a wipe your feet kind of guy. Look at his apartment. Look at his house. Wipe your feet. We entered Robert's living room, which is a lot more inviting than I remember it being. Make yourselves at home. We can sit here barking. We can still hear barking from the other room. I didn't know you have a dog, Robert. Oh, yeah, that's Betsy. I have to put her up when guests are over. She'll calm down in a bit. What kind of dog is she? Pitbull. Rescued her from a dog fighting ring a few years back. She hates strangers, but if I let her out now, I'd probably have to take you both to the ER. Yeah, right. She'd probably just be like, oh my god. P-ball. Craig and I make eye contact. He raises an eyebrow at me. Oh, okay. But, I gotta go finish dinner. Made ossobuco. Robert leaves the room, presumably to go to the kitchen. Craig leans in and whispers, was the dog fighting thing real or was he kidding? I don't know. What's ossobuco? I don't know. Did he make up that word? Until I have ossobuco in front of me, we can only assume so. We sit in silence for a second, taking in Robert's living room. Are we about to get sawed? Nah, usually you wake up in those situations. We voluntarily walked into this one. Although he did look pretty shocked to see you. Maybe you being here threw off his plans. His murder plans. This is so weird. Robert finally walks into the room carrying 3 paper plates of steaming food like a waiter. Paper plates, man. I don't have a dining table. Don't trust him. So we're eating here. Also, I don't have real people plates. Hope that's okay. Robert sets plates in front of us on the coffee table. I still can't tell what it is. Looks like meat? Maybe lots of sauce? I can make out some vegetables. I think that might be rice. But it could also be pasta. Guess there's only one way to find out. I take a bite. Oh my god. I take another bite. The medley of flavors in this dish is amazing. The meat is so tender and the risotto, I think that's what it is so creamy. Robert, this is really incredible. You cooked this? There's a pregnant pause as Robert formulates a response, like it's weird to get a compliment from me. I fished it out of a dumpster behind the restaurant. Or at least I think it was a restaurant.
Nice.
Can you believe people just throw this stuff away? I almost gag. I look over at Craig, who looks weary but still has his mouth full. He gives Robert a thumbs up. Glad you like it. Where'd you learn how to cook like this? Worked at a restaurant in Spain for a hot sec. Is he messing with us? I decided to play along. You lived in Spain? After I dropped out of college, I went backpacking through Europe, crashing on couches, sleeping in hostels, whatever. Totally broke. Worked a couple of odd jobs wherever I could scrape together some cash. One night, I'm eating dinner at this little restaurant just outside of Madrid. I go to pay and realize I spent the last of my money on booze the night before. I'm in the middle of ditching when the manager catches me and puts me to work in the kitchen. Long story short, they ended up liking me so much they offered me a job. Why not, right? Started living with some distant relatives on my mom's side. Over the course of 2 years, I worked my way up from busboy to sous chef, learned a lot. Craig and I wait for the punchline. What night watchman did he swindle to get back to the States? Who did he con in a game of poker in the back room of a speakeasy for safe passage in the crew quarters of a cargo ship. Anyway, I still have to cook. I don't know what's real anymore, but this food is so good I kind of don't care. Plus, Robert is actually talking to me like we're two people in the same room, which is, I guess, is nice. That's amazing. It really is. To be totally honest, I wasn't expecting gourmet cooking here, especially not served on paper plates. I don't care about presentation. If the food is good, it should speak for itself. This ossobuco is screaming for itself. And paper plates are just as good as regular plates if you double them up. Hey, is it bad if I ask for seconds?
Hey.
No problem, but save room for dessert. I made lemon berry sovereign.
Oh.
Well, aren't you just full of
Bro.
surprises? Robert winks. You bet I am.
Huh.
You can come over for dinner anytime.
Hey.
Craig.
Nice.
I'm gonna go get seconds. Oh my god, he so wants Craig. Me too. He so wants Craig. After consuming way more ossobuco, I might be saying it wrong, than my body can handle, and then really ensuring, after consuming way more ossobuco than my body can handle, and then really ensuring a food coma later with a generous serving of whatever sovereign was, Craig and I decided to head out.
Oh no.
Thanks for coming. I'm making an attempt to be more social. Something tells me he's not going to follow through on that. Man, if you'll have me, I'm here. Especially if it's ossobuco involved.
Welcome. You've got dads.
So I want Damien and Hugo to get together. Now, Robert wants to get with Craig. There's a lot going on. Let's talk to Brian again. Hi, Brian. You know what they say about third dates? They get pretty serious. You might not have time to browse Dad Book for a while. Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? Or should we go on a date with somebody else? Oh, I love that I'm getting questions on here. Hi. What's your favorite Britney Spears song? Girl. What is it? That's a really hard question. It might be Piece of Me, honestly. Okay. Hold on. Maybe we should go on another date. Who should we go on a date with? We could go. So we've had 2 dates with Brian. We've had 1 date with Matt, 1 date with Craig. We haven't been on a date with Damien or Hugo or Joseph or Robert. Robert likes Craig. I kind of want to go on a date with Damien just to see what happens, but maybe Hugo. Hugo intimidates me. Oh, he likes muscles. He likes muscles and documentaries, and he wanted to be a movie star. His ideal date is to both read a book on opposite sides of a couch in comfortable silence. Now I'm feeling rebellious and want to go on a date with Joseph just because, even though it's like, I just want to see what happens. I just want to see what happens if we go on a date with him, because we're not going to pick him. We're not going to try and break up his marriage, but I do want to see what happens. His family's a little weird, but Joseph seems cool. I should take him up on his offer to hang out. Wait. How do I hang out with a priest? I don't go to church. Should I be Jesus-y? I imagine Joseph's family staring at me as I fumble through some sort of prayer attempt. Maybe not too Jesus-y. A little smattering of Jesus. Jesus. Will he want me to pray? Is he going to pray at me? Do I have to pray at him? Talking to Joseph, huh? God. Amanda, how many times have I told you not to sneak up on me like that? I selectively ignore it every time you do, Pops. Amanda looks over my shoulder at the screen. Joseph can't read your mind, you know. If you want to talk, just message him. But I've never been friends with a priest before. What do I talk about? My favorite Bible passages, ice cream socials, khakis. First of all, he's a youth minister with a tattoo, not a priest. There's a difference? You're overthinking it, Dad. Just listen, just put it like this. Hello, neighbor. Thanks again for the invite to the barbecue. I'd love to hang out soon if you're not too busy. Isn't that a little too business casual? Fine. Give me the keyboard. I got this. Amanda focuses on the keys. Hi, Joseph. It was great meeting you at your family. I still new around here, so if you'd love to hang out and get to know you. See you. The smiley's a nice touch. Almost immediately, I receive a response. What do you say? Hi, Kevin. If you're not doing anything in a bit, the kids and I are baking treats for the church bake sale today, and we'd love to have you over. It'll be a blast. Just let me know. That wasn't so bad. He uses a lot of exclamation points. I love that he signs his name. I'm more concerned about him signing his name. I'm willing to let it slide this time. I respond back. Sounds like fun. He did it too. Well, guess I'm doing this. Save a brownie for me. I promise you won't sneak up on me anymore. Amanda stares at me unblinkingly. Unblinking. I don't make promises I can't keep. Real to a fault, Pops. And Dad, please don't be weird about the religion thing. Me? Weird? Never. I make the short walk over to Joseph's place. Don't be weird, Kevin. But what if they hang up a bunch of crosses? Or collect those little porcelain babies? What if they're all praying? Do they pray before dinner, during dinner, over the porcelain babies? The door begins to crack open, a shadowy figure obscured on the other side. Who's there? Kevin? The door opens the rest of the way. It's Joseph's eldest. What's his name? Hey. Christian? It's Chris. Okay, of course it is. Chris, right. Hi again. I'm Kevin. I know what your name is. Oh yeah. We met at the barbecue. How's the Please don't say it. Jesus? Chris blinks slowly. Maybe you didn't hear that. You're weird. Is your dad... Before I finish, Chris walks into an adjacent room, leaving me in front of the open doorway. Home. That was a great first impression. For a moment, I wonder if I should just go in, further subjecting Joseph's family to my winning attitude and artful charisma. Forcefully, Joseph, he peeks his head around the corner.
Oh.
Kevin, you made it. Joseph approaches with his arms wide. I'm so glad you could come by. Are you ready to bake? I am not. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. That's the kind of semi-confidence I like to see in a baking assistant. Come on in. Joseph leads me into a bright, spacious home full of nautical knickknacks. This isn't what I imagined at all. It's actually pretty charming. He does like sailing, huh? I forgot about that. He likes sailing.
Oh.
I believe you met Chris, who left you outside. Chris? Are you going to apologize? Oh, right. Sorry. I try to make eye contact with Chris, but he keeps looking away. He must be really shy. It's alright. Next time, just be a little more inviting to our guests, okay? Sure. Chris seems to relish the chance to escape the conversation and quickly vanishes into his room. Joseph turns to me apologetically. Don't take it personally. Chris likes to keep to himself. The game is called Dream Daddy. I mean, we didn't start off on the best foot in the world. Plus, being the eldest in a big family can't be easy. We try to cut him a little slack where we can. And here are the twins, Christian, Christy. Say hello to Kevin. Hello, Father. Hello, Kevin. Kids, come on, dial it back on the creepy twin shtick. Creepy twin shtick. We should get to baking. Maybe it's better if I don't shift the power dynamic of the creepy nightmare twins. Are you guys gonna help us bake? We don't want to bake. Well, okay. What do you want to do? We have to perform surgery. Guys, we've been over this. Please stop cutting open your toys. Christian and Christy run out of the room giggling. After a second of relative silence, Joseph turns to me grinning sheepishly. You ever have more than one kid, Kevin? Nope. You should try it. We both start to laugh, but are interrupted by a loud crash from the kitchen. What now? That doesn't sound good. Christy? No one responds. Joseph furrows his brow and motions for me to stay where I am. Wait here a minute. Joseph rushes into the kitchen. I remember this with Amanda. Half of fatherhood is trying to keep your kids from finding creative ways to kill themselves, and he's got 4, so talk about worry. I take a seat on his surprisingly pristine couch and twiddle my thumbs. What do we look at? Look at the bookshelf. It's a pretty sturdy wooden bookshelf. It looks handmade. Did Joseph build this? There's a big stack of what looks like travel magazines. Hyenas of the Serengeti, the underwater mysteries of the Antarctic, and on and on. Seems like Joseph really loves a good adventure, unless this is a Mary thing. Who knows? Next to them are a couple of different Bibles. Looks like he's covering all the Bible bases. King James, New American Standard, the Bible for teens. He is a cool youth minister after all. On a higher shelf, there are a bunch of old romance novels. Judging by the wine stains, these must be Mary's. The newest one looks like Hot Body Johnson's Sex Detective. Cute. The 8th installment in... Wait, this is a series? Alright, let's go into the kitchen. It's been a while. I guess I should go in the kitchen and see what's up. I walk into the kitchen to find Joseph holding Christy in one arm. She seems a lot calmer than she was a minute ago. I raise an eyebrow at Joseph. The twins are a lot more manageable when they're separated. Where's Christian? He ran off. Christy dips a spoon into the brownie batter and gives it a taste. Dad, it's too sweet. You're too sweet. No, I'm not. You're so sweet we might have to water you down with spiders. No, not spiders. Joseph begins tickling Christy with his free hand between the laughing and squirming. I don't know how he's got a hold of her, but that girl is locked in place. The man is a professional child wrangler. Christy fixes me with her best puppy dog eyes. Save me from the spiders. Spoon duel. I grab a wooden spoon and point it at Joseph's direction. Unhand her, foul beast. Okay, Kevin the Valiant, let's see what you've got. You may have defeated me at Tarantula Ridge, but now I have the upper hand. Joseph gently puts Christy down behind him. Have you come to squash me, knight, or have you merely fallen into my web? I've no mere fly, Spider King. Now on guard. Oh my god, they're so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. For For a minute or so, Joseph and I mock duel with the two dumbest looking spoons in the room. Eventually, I strike a killing blow in the invisible heart between his arm and his body, and Joseph recoils in horror. Blast, I am defeated. You could never best me, Spider King, for I have the power of... I sneak a taste from the brownie batter. The magic... Oh man, that is way too sweet. Christy begins jumping up and down excitedly. My hero! Christy hugs my leg before making a surprisingly fast exit. Hey, wait. Don't you want to bake brownies with us? Christy hesitates, then shakes her head no again. Sparkle Pony.
Oh.
Sparkle Pony?
Huh?
You don't want to bake with Dad now? You want to play with Sparkle Pony? Yes. Okay, go. Before Joseph can even finish his sentence, Christy is out of the door and down the hall. Ahead. Joseph sighs deeply as he stares into the chocolate batter. He tastes it again, face twisting.
Oh.
And that is still way too sweet. So what made that crash?
Yeah.
Egg beaters on linoleum floor. It's my new techno single. Still haven't thought of a B-side. Now we're looking into the batter. It's got a sickly sheen of sugar and chocolate candies throughout, and I have a feeling Christy had something to do with it. We need a fresh start. Oh, yeah, like I said, I'm not really a baker, but don't even sweat it. The bag came with instructions that have mysteriously vanished along with my daughter, so we'll probably be fine. Probably.
Hey.
Yeah, probably. He certainly looks confident. All right, Kevin, you've baked a cake from a box before. Once, how hard could it be? Now grab a spoon and get ready to rock. Mario Batali saved me. Joseph and I set to work cracking the eggs and mixing the things and then pouring the things according to how we assume the back of the box would tell us to. Things go according to plan, and soon enough we have a solid batch of brownies.
Oh.
Whew. Wait. Joseph has a little dot of batter on his nose. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Kevin, way to use those dad skills. I bet you've baked a few box mixes in your time. His nose. Joseph.
Oh.
All we have to do is bring these to the bake sale and voila, duty done. Now help me find Christy. Keep your eye out for a pony that sparkles. Joseph, hold still.
Oh.
What? Thumb in position and got it.
Aye.
Joseph's eyes got wide as I gently wiped the chocolate off his nose. Is he blushing?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. No problem. In less than a second, I've licked the batter off my finger. It's really good batter. We should find Christy. Yes, we should. Do that, Kevin. Yes. Joseph quickly composes himself. All right. She can't be far. You take the delta position and I will watch your six. Do you even know what that means?
Yeah.
Alpha Tango Sparkle. Roger, Roger. Joseph starts making his way down the hall and calls back to me. Take the brownies and the rest of the stuff I baked earlier today while I get Christy. We'll meet you out by the car.
Aye.
Joseph, Christy, and I arrive at the church parking lot to find fold-out tables and pop-up tents already set up. Looks like the bake sale is already in full swing. Wow, this place is packed. Is this packed? There are a few people milling around. Must be a value pack. If you can count a city's population on your fingers and toes, this counts as packed. Point. Christy rockets out of the car and into the lot. Is she running on jet fuel? I want to sell brownies.
Oh.
Okay, let's get set up. I want to see Mom. She's down by the other row of tables helping out with another group. Want to go over there and tell her I said hi? Mom! Christy zips off immediately. Joseph seems unconcerned. Does she always run that fast?
Hey,
Yeah. And I can only catch her half the time. These knees aren't what they used to be. I remember when Amanda was her age, I couldn't get her to sit still for 5 seconds. Yeah, great age to deal with. While Christy's gone, Joseph and I arrange all of our baked goods on the table and settle in. So, are we allowed to eat any of our own goods? Look, if I don't see nothing, I don't say nothing. The man upstairs has strong feelings about snitches. Does he actually?
Yeah.
Just eats a brownie. It looks like some of the other stalls are selling drinks, little handmade crafts and other sweets. Whoa. Someone brought a soft serve ice cream machine. I gesture to it. How are we supposed to compete with that?
Oh.
Please, this isn't my first time at the rodeo, the bake sale rodeo. There's actually no rodeo here, that's just a bake sale. I think you and I put together can make one pretty convincing argument for these brownies, don't you? Oh yeah.
Oh.
We high five. If you bake it, they will come. It's not long before we have our first customers. Oh, hey, Matt. Hey, dude. Hiya. Matt, Carmencita. Great to see you guys out here. Happy to support a good cause. Plus, you know, as the owner and proprietor of the Coffee Spoon, an establishment that specializes in baked goods, I have to scope out the competition. Joseph leans close to me. This guy knows his stuff. Stay on your toes. So what recipe did you use for these brownies? Don't say I used the box recipe. Don't say I used the box recipe. Just how Nona used to make it. Let me tell you a story, Matt. The way we made brownies in the old country, yeah. That was all thanks to Grandma Cox.
Oh.
Travelers from far and wide would make the pilgrimage to her sleepy little town simply to be amazed by her masterful use of chocolate. All that knowledge, all that experience, it was passed on to me. Sure. Joseph leans over to me again. Lying is literally one of the 10 things you try not to do. All right. We'll take 2. Actually, we'll take 3. I ring them up and high-five Joseph as our happy customers walk away. He was not happy about my lie. See, not so hard. Yeah. I'm hot off the good feelings from the last sale. Who's next? We sell brownies to a bunch of people I don't recognize, but who clearly know Joseph. Eventually, another familiar face pops up. Kevin! Brian's here! It's Brian. Close enough.
Oh.
Can we interest you two in any of our fine sweets and treats? You sure can. I bet I could eat 10 brownies. Must resist urge to be competitive. Let the man buy his brownies. So we'll put you down for 10? Ha! Better make it just 2. 1 for me and 1 for Daisy. Coming right up. You excited for the youth group movie tonight, Daisy? Yeah, what's the movie? It's a surprise. Joseph leans over to me. It's the Fast and the Furious. Really? If you think about it, there's some heavy religious undertones. Joseph hands it back to Daisy. I made sure to give you guys the edges. Clearly the superior part of the brownie topography. Thanks, Joseph. I always like the insides. I don't like the edges as much, so I don't really care that other people take them. Our 2 customers walk off with their purchases. Joseph and I survey our stock. These are selling pretty hot. At this rate, we'll have enough money to pay for a new paint job on the church pews in no time. Wait, what happened to the pews? Ernest spray painted his rapper alias onto them. Young Steinbeck. I would have gone for a young man and the sea, but I can respect that. Speaking in minstrel terms, Ernest is hard to reach. In father terms, Ernest is kind of a turd. Being a cool youth minister seems like a lot of work. It is, but it's worth it. Although, sometimes I wish... Never mind. What? It's kind of silly, but do you ever wish you could just drop everything and go lounge around on a beach somewhere in the tropics? Drink fruity blended beverages, fall asleep on a hammock, you know, basically live out of a Jimmy Buffett song. Joseph, I think about this every single day of my life. My dream is to live in Margaritaville. One day, my friend, One day we'll be on the island time. We make a couple more sales to some more church patrons. Everything seems to be going smoothly. Off in the distance, I spot my old buddy Craig. Craig's here.
Oh.
Craig.
Hi.
He's going to be a hard sell. Craig's a fitness man. I think he comes to these bake sales to test himself to see if he has the resolve to refuse processed sugar.
Oh.
Are you sure you're ready for this? We go way back. I got this.
Oh.
Craig jogs up to our table with Briar and Hazel in tow. They are each finishing an ice cream cone, so it's unlikely they're going to sell them on brownies too. Probably won't be able to sell it to the baby. She's impossible to read. It all comes down to Craig.
Oh.
Hey, bros. Hi, Uncle Joseph. Hi, Amanda's dad.
Oh.
Would you be interested in one of our delicious homemade brownies?
Oh.
I don't know. Tempt him. You know, Craig, if you really wanted to, you could hit a couple of these stalls and craft yourself a brownie sundae. Get some soft serve, a brownie from your good friend Kevin. I think there's a table down there that's selling freshly baked cookies hot out of the oven. Treat yourself. You deserve it. That's a tempting offer, Kevin, but I've got some chia mango pudding at home that I'm actually pretty excited about. I'm going to have to pass. Suit yourself. The day winds down and we're pretty much out of items to sell. Everyone starts packing up. Christy eventually comes back and immediately falls asleep in Joseph's folding chair. Box mixed, huh?
Come on.
Mary saunters up to us. She looks like she'd rather be anywhere else than here. Oh, hi, honey. Yep, they're selling like hotcakes, which is actually, they're just brownies. Cute.
Oh.
And boring and safe. Hey, Mary. Mary's eyes dart over to me. What's the rookie doing here?
Oh.
I was just hoping to introduce Kevin to the rest of the community.
Ah.
Uh-huh. You get a load of this freak show? What?
Hey.
Weird folk is all holier than thou types. Don't you think, Kevin?
Yeah.
Mary, let the kid answer the question. They seem nice. They all seem like they're really excited to help out the church. That's pretty cool, I guess. Mary, can we talk about this later? Oh, am I embarrassing you in front of your new friend? Joseph doesn't respond, trying his hardest to keep his cool. I just assume she's always drunk, so I'm just talking like that. Can we please talk about this later? Sure thing, honey bear. Mary turns her attention to me. Hand over the cash. Jesus, I'm not trying to rob you. I'm in charge of the funds here. I hand over the cash we made. It feels like a hefty wad, so I may say so, if I may say so myself. Thanks. Now give me your wallet. What? Give me your wallet. You think this church is gonna fix itself? Mary. I'm kidding. Sorry, I'll work on the whole pretending to be happy thing. Mary leans in and whispers to me. He's really good at it. Mary walks off without saying goodbye. Yeesh. I'm really sorry about that. Are you okay? She really likes pushing your buttons, huh?
Oh.
No marriage is perfect.
Yeah.
Ready to head out? Joseph and I load the folding tables back into the car. Christy nods off the moment Joseph straps her into her car seat.
Yeah.
I drop Joseph off in front of his house. A small yawn sneaks out of me. Looks like I tuckered you out, huh? I'm a sleepy dad. I think I might finally be crashing from all the sugar.
Oh.
Huh, I won't keep you then. Thanks for helping me out today. Happy to do it. Also, happy to eat brownies. Well, next time I promise we'll do something a bit more exciting and a bit less free labor, and I'm very sorry about the whole thing with Mary. You shouldn't have had to see that. It's fine, really. I know, but first hangout domestic problems aren't a good look. You barely know me.
Aye.
Let me make it up to you next time. It won't be Margaritaville, but we'll do something fun, I promise. I smile. I'd like that. Oh, and one last thing. Joseph tosses a cling-wrapped brownie through the window. It hits me in the face, but I'm able to catch it. It's the last one. You earned it. Joseph, please don't leave me alone with this brownie. Nope, too late. I'm already walking away. But, bye. Joseph walks up to his home. He waves at me before carrying Christy inside. Well, looks like it's just you and me, brownie. We'll save it for later. I pocket the brownie. This might come in handy down the road. I step inside to find Amanda doing homework on the couch. Hey, Father Unit. Hi, child that I'm required by law to care for. How's homework? It's really fun and educational. Really? How long have you known me for? Right. How was the bake sale? Good. I think I really could have made a good life for myself as a brownie salesman. Glad to hear it. So what? Were there any extra brownies, or did you maybe sneak one? Or I think for a moment and realized I still have the brownie that Joseph gave me that would probably do better in someone else's stomach than mine. Heads up. Wait. I hurl the brownie towards Amanda. It hits the wall behind her and falls on the ground. Nice though. She scoops it up and smiles at me. Thanks, Pops. Hey, if you're not going to bed anytime soon, would you be game for some real shark hunters of Orange County? I thought the last hunter got eaten by a shark. He did. I sit down next to her and cozy up with a blanket. Awesome. Aw. Joseph.
That was fun.
B for baking.
Welcome.
Margarita
You got
zone.
that.
What is this? Kevin, listen, this is you from the past. Whoa, how'd this happen? I figure you're trying to reply to this because I know myself, but this is an automated message from you earlier this morning when it was socially unacceptable to go out and buy ice cream. I forgot I did that. I forgot how I did that as well. The future is amazing. Listen, life is short and ice cream should always be acceptable, but unfortunately this isn't the society we live in. And it's less the society we live in and more me projecting my own anxiety about being judged onto others. But you know what I mean. By the time you're reading this, it is a certain time of day in which nobody will bat an eye at you for going out and buying ice cream. You know what to do. Be good. Me. Yeah, we gotta go buy ice cream. Obviously. You know what? I've earned a treat. On the way home, I decided to stop off and grab some ice cream, which I fully plan to eat directly from the tub. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out which type of ice cream I'd like to eat directly from the tub. Rocky Road, pistachio. Oh, Amanda's probably going to want some too. Better get 2 tubs. She loves cookie dough ice cream, right? Hey, mister. I turn around to see Ernest leaning up against the wall of the convenience store. Ernest. You're cool, right? No way. I'm about to go sprawl out on the couch between a liter of ice cream and a basic cable package, and I know have every intention of waking up in that position tomorrow morning. What do you think? Man, talking to you sucks. Could you just help me out? Help you out? There's no fire involved, is there? Just clouds. So if I give you $20, will you buy me e-liquid? Oh no. Ernest, what's e-liquid? It's like a Gatorade, you know, like electrolyte liquid. I'd get it myself, but I'm banned from here for trying to run a grift on the cashier. A classic fiddle game, you know the deal. Oh, if you're talking about balanced electrolytes, then I got you, little buddy. And I didn't know you played the fiddle. Just ask the clerk for blue Kranzapple Vortex. He'll know what it is. I pick up a tub of pistachio ice cream for myself and a tub of cookie dough for Amanda. I search around for some blue Krazen Void Starer, but can't seem to find any. I turn to the cashier. Hey, where's your finest e-liquid. Behind the counter. You got an ID? First of all, my daughter is older than you. Second of all, I'm flattered. I switched shampoo recently. Is that taking some years off? Look, you need to be 21 to buy vape juice. Your hair doesn't look a day over 20. Well, that's nice of him. Are you just trying to butter me up to get me to buy more ice cream? Because it's working. I glance outside and spot Ernest staring me down. Double, wait a minute. So you're telling me the e-liquid is not a sports drink? It's for vaping. Ernest is watching us intently through the window. I better go give that kid a piece of my mind. I see. Okay, look. I'm going to pretend you didn't try to trick me into buying you the old... Wow. What is the words in this? The old Baphomet's cough syrup, and then go inside here to purchase my ice cream. I won't tell your dad if you promise to scram and stop vaping. You'll get popcorn lung. What if I give you $25? Go home, Ernest. As I'm walking back inside, Ernest calls after me. You can get popcorn lung from microwave popcorn, you know. Pretty sure you can't. I no longer trust this child, but the mere notion strikes fear into my heart. I go back inside to complete my purchase with the good cashier. Thank you, kind sir, for your time and generous hair compliments. You got it, bub. I glance out the window to see Ernest still outside. Looks like he's talking to some other poor sap. Guess I should go outside and save this other guy some grief. Wait a second. That's definitely a cop. Oh boy. I grab my tubs of ice cream and bolt outside. Ernest is already face down on the hood of a squad car. Ernest, did you seriously just try to get a cop to buy you e-liquid? Do you know this kid? I'm friends with his dad. Yeah, we live in the same cul-de-sac. I know his dad. Listen, he's a good kid, and I'm this boy's father. I turn around and see Robert walking up the street and toward the convenience store. Ernest, what are you doing? I want a lawyer. First of all, good first instinct. Remember that we're not required to answer any questions from a police officer without a lawyer present. You're this boy's father? Yes, sir. Ernest likes to lash out at me like this ever since the accident. Oh, I don't like talking about it. That's fine. Robert gets a wistful twinkle in his eye. It all started 7 summers ago. My hair was long then. Nu metal was still in style. Ernest and I were down in the Florida swampland scavenging for... Sir, I can leave. I can leave. You take it from here. Sounds good. Thanks, officer. Ernest, come along now. You'll be cleaning grout from the rain gutter for a week, thanks to this transgression. The police officer gets in his car and drives off. I'm stunned by how cool Robert was just there. Thanks. I want to say, Richard? Ouch. Don't mention it, Hemingway. Got in trouble plenty of times in my life, just trying to do my good deed for the day. Will you buy me e-liquid if I give you $20? Child, I will end you. Hey, Kevin, will you walk Ernest home with me? Sure.
Hey.
Ernest runs ahead, presumably so he won't be seen with us, which is the thing I think kids do. He reminds me a lot of myself when I was his age. Well, maybe I wasn't as dumb. Seems like he tortures his dad. Seems like he tortures just about everybody. He even stole your wallet. What? No weed. I pat my back pocket. I pat the rest of my pockets. You stole my wallet. Why are you doing this to yourself? Hey, what? Robert points at my tubs of ice cream. One of them's for Amanda.
Hey.
I have no qualms with the quantity of ice cream you purchased. It's a perfectly respectable amount of ice cream. It's the quality I'm talking about. You work hard, Kevin. You're a good dad. Don't you think you deserve top shelf ice cream? But they were on sale. If you're gonna treat yourself, go big or go home. Real vanilla bean, real pistachio, you deserve it. We arrive at the cul-de-sac and Ernest runs into his home. That boy is the reason why we don't have prizes in cereal anymore.
Hey.
Catch you around, Kevin. Robert tosses me my wallet. I catch it with a surprised look on my face. I stole it back. Keep it in your front pocket or use a chain like back in your ska days. Smell you later. How does he know about my ska days? See you, Robert. I go back inside my home, ready to spend the rest of the night with 2 tubs of ice cream and also Amanda. How does he know about my ska days?
You've got dads.
I've got dads. Okay. Should we try another date with somebody else, or should we just go for who we pick? Because I picked Brian. I think we'll just pick Brian. Yeah, save and continue. Brian. I spend the day lounging around the house in my bathrobe, slippers, committed to enjoying my day off as a testament to Dad's laziness around the world. Third coffee of the day and doing my second world jumble with a pen. Man, this is the life. Hey, this one spells door. You're still talking to me. You're still taking me to the fair later, right? There's a fair? Dad, it's literally around the corner from us. It's not ringing a bell. I came home yesterday with cotton candy. No, nothing. I gave you a teddy bear that I won, specifically stating where and when I got it. Seriously? Amanda walks to the windowsill and slides the drapes open, and there's a big Ferris wheel out in the distance. Oh, right, that one. I thought you meant another carnival. You're coming with me tonight, right? Gosh, honey, I don't know. I've got all this. I look down at the mug of coffee and word jumble in my hands. Pressing business I need to attend to. Amanda points to my word jumble. Park, dog, clock, cereal. I knew that. I totally knew that. The secret word that they all spell out is pool. Hey, you're pretty good at this. Now you don't have an excuse. You're coming with me. Amanda pushes me into the bedroom and forces me to change out of my bathrobe. Wear something nice. I want some arm candy tonight. Such a weird thing to say to your dad. Got it. And no flip-flops. Not after last time. We don't talk about last time. Amanda and I step outside and follow the faint sound of carnival music. So, what's the first thing we're going to do at the fair? Eat greasy food, like deep fry everything and put it in my mouth. I don't care if it isn't tasty to start. I believe that the deep frying process can transmute any non-tasty thing into a tasty thing. Please don't throw up this time. I know my limits. You said that last time. I was still calibrating. I'm dialed in now. You'll ride the rides with me, all right? Right? If you're looking for someone to ride scary rides with, that's a straight veto from the dad constituency. However, I am happy to stand at the fence and take blurry pictures of you riding the rides, as per dad custom. Define scary rides. Anything that moves. Well, you're no fun. Maybe I'll find someone at the carnival who'll go with me. Wouldn't that be a surprise? Yeah, maybe one of your friends from school will be there. Like, who's that one with the eyebrows? Teresa? She got mono. What about the one who vapes? Alex got suspended for vaping in the school bathroom. Well, I hear carnival rides are fun as a solo rider. But then I'll have no one to puke on. Or will I? What? Hey, look, we're here. The carnival is packed with people from all over town tonight. Screaming kids run around with cotton candy and buckets of soda clutched in their grubby fists. Colorful lights flash all around us. I feel like just smelling the air will clog my arteries. Hey, let's go over there to these greasy food carts first. Amanda leads me by the hand in what seems like a very specific direction. I know my favorite one is around here somewhere. Wait a second. Is that Brian? Wow, look who it is. Sure enough, it's Brian and his daughter Daisy. Brian has the same confused look on his face that I'm sure I have. What a coincidence that we all happen to be here at the same time in the exact same place. Wow, this is so weird. Can you believe we just happened to come to the carnival on the same night at the same time? Yes, Daisy, that's so strange. How bizarre. How bizarre. Brian, Kevin. I can feel my competitive fire burning inside me again. Last we met, Brian made a fool of me by besting me at fishing and then out-humbling me in front of our very own daughters. I still want that pole saw. There's plenty of Midway games here. Okay, how about we hang out as a team and explore the carnival together? Yes, Amanda, that sounds like an amazing idea. Let's all go and do stuff together. Amanda and I follow Brian and Daisy as they lead us towards some rides. I can't believe Brian's here. Dad, you need to relax. Daisy and I have been spending a lot of time together. She helps me with my algebra homework, and I have been corrupting her young soul with rock and roll music. She's really cool, but you and Brian won't stop complaining about each other. Oh, he's complaining about me? No, Dad, that's not what I meant. If you and Brian would just talk to each other, maybe you would see that you have a lot in common. See, now I gotta turn it up to 11. Brian's getting obliterated. Dad, you have to chill. Please chill for my sake. I'm chill. I'm so chill. I'm like stupidly chill. And once I prove once and for all that I'm clearly the better dad, I'll be so chill, you could call me liquid nitrogen. I will destroy him. Dad. I spot the entrance to the Midway, a perfect opportunity. Hey, Brian, check it out. Want to get a couple games in? That sounds fun. Maybe a little friendly competition. No, we wanted to check out some clowns over there. Amanda, you're scared of clowns. Overruled. Sure, fine. Sure, let's play some games. But if we spend the whole night in there, I'm filing for emancipation. Oh, lighten up. I'll win you something nice. And I'll win you something nice too, Daisy. I'll win more nice things than Brian. I'd like to see you try. Brian and I glare at each other. We've been at it for longer than I'd like to admit. Amanda and Daisy sigh heavily at each other each new game. Brian and I challenge each other too. Their arms overburdened with stuffed animals and t-shirts with rainbows airbrushed onto them. For every game I win, Brian seems to answer back. Dad, please, enough. Just one last game, honey. So, Kevin, we're tied. What's the ultimate prize? I spot it from across the Midway. We lock eyes. It swims absent-mindedly in a bowl of water. That goldfish will be mine. Amanda, sweetie, how about I win you a goldfish? If it'll get us out of here. Great. I look over at Brian. We don't say a word, but our locked eyes confirm it. The person who wins the goldfish wins the night. Looks like it's skee-ball. You any good? I am the best skee-ball player to ever grace this earth. Think you can handle me? Still willing to put up your weed whacker? Only if you're willing to part with that pole saw. Lawn grooming equipment goes to the skee-ball champ. We share an earnest handshake.
Ski that ball.
Oh, hell yeah, I get to play skee-ball. Whee! I don't know how I'm gonna get 100. Woo! So close. Get 100. Skills. Can you even do bad at these mini games? I feel like I'm getting really nice scores when I'm not doing that well. The bell sounds and lights flash. It feels like things are moving in slow motion. The guy running the booth points at me. I turn to look at Brian, and his face is priceless. The attendant reaches up and dumps the goldfish into a plastic bag. My hands shake as he passes it over to me. I've done it. I've finally done it. The fish is mine. The bullseye is mine. Victory is mine. I have bested Brian. You won, fair and square. I hold the goldfish above my head, brandishing it aloft for the whole world to see. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool. I think better with my hubris and slowly lower the goldfish bag into Amanda's hands. It was nothing. Amanda, what would you like to name your new friend? How about Brian? To Amanda.
Yeah.
Want to go on the Ferris wheel next? Yeah, I want to ride the Ferris wheel.
Hey.
Of course. I'll hang out and watch you guys. I'm still not a fan of carnival rides. I'd be happy to ride some rides with you kids. I'm just kidding. I love carnival rides. I'm the best at them. We traverse the fair and end up at the relatively short line for the Ferris wheel. It doesn't seem like a very popular ride. Daisy and Amanda chat excitedly. I can feel Brian glaring at me. So how'd you do on the trig final? Trig final. So how'd you do on the trig final? Way better than I thought I would. Those cosine problems still tripped me up, so I drew a cat instead of answering the questions, and my teacher gave me a point for effort. Wow, is high school really that easy? Absolutely, yes. The school of hard knocks, though. That's another story. Amanda playfully punches Daisy on the arm. Welcome to the streets. You better check out the art book I gave you. Yeah, I love that section on female photographers. You have good taste. You know, I bet your photos will be in a book someday. Daisy, stop or I'll cry. They're too cute. Next. Amanda pushes me forward.
Yeah.
You first. I sit down in the carriage. And now you. Daisy pushes Brian into the carriage next to me before I can say anything. The ride operator closes the gate. Now wait just a second. We're gonna go get some deep fried pickles. You two take time to work out your differences. Hold on. Get along. Amanda and Daisy rode off into the crowd. The ride starts moving. I sit in the Ferris wheel with my arms crossed, not talking to Brian. I don't even know what Amanda's talking about. Neither do I. Our carriage creeps slowly upward. Ferris wheels are boring. Could this ride go any slower? Oh, is it too fast for you? That's not what I meant. How could this get any worse? Suddenly, the ride jerks to a halt, with us at the very top of the wheel. I can hear the faint yell of the ride operator down below. Sorry, folks, ride's stuck. Guess a raccoon must have stolen a key component to the motor. They're very crafty animals and are frequently attracted to shiny objects, so it makes sense that they would pilfer something like that. Anyway, it'll be some time before we can get y'all down. Settle in and get cozy. Well, and hey, no hand stuff while you're up there. As if you can police that. We're stuck on a ride. Well, and no mouse stuff either. Well, this is just great. I look down over the expanse of the carnival. I hate to admit it, but there is a pretty good view. I spot someone down at a food cart melting cheese into a pile of steaming steak and peppers. Oh man, I'm so hungry. Why did we get funnel cakes first? Why didn't we get them first? My stomach rumbles. Oh, I know that sound. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls out some fruit leather, offering it to me. Cherry or mango? I don't want your stupid fruit leather. Brian opens one and starts eating it.
Ah.
Fine. My stomach growls again. God damn it, why didn't I take the fruit leather? We sit in silence as a crowd begins to form under us. A group of carnival workers attempt to restart the engine. I suddenly remember that I have a tiny book of word jumbles and a golf pencil in my pocket. I pull them out and start working on a fresh page, determined not to look at Brian. Hey, I always bring a puzzle book with me too. See, you're perfect for each other. That's why I picked you. Brian pulls out a small book of crossword puzzles and a pen. A pen? Are you kidding me? I throw my book of word jumbles off the side of the Ferris wheel in a fit of rage.
Ah.
Oh, I bet we could find it when we get off this thing. Here, you do my crosswords. Brian holds his book and a pen out to me with a smile. Absolutely not. Why do you hate me so much? Hate you? Why do you think you're better than me?
Oh.
What? I don't think I'm better than you. Oh, okay. So we're just offering me fruit snacks and crosswords out of the kindness of our heart.
Aha.
Yeah? A likely story. All you do is brag about your smart kid and your landscaping and your stupid weed whacker. I'm sick of it.
Oh.
And all you do is one-up me every chance you get. The only thing I wouldn't win is a one-upping other people competition because you would win that because that's what you do.
Okay.
I don't do it on purpose. Wait, what? You're messing with me, right? No. But
Okay.
I don't think I'm better than you at all. You and your daughter are amazing, and I thought we were competing just for fun at first, but the more we started doing it, the more it felt like you just must hate me. And the more we did it, the more I wanted to impress you. There were times when I did want to beat you, but really all I wanted was for you to like me. Oh my god, I feel like such an ass. Be honest. I let my competitive spirit get in the way. Actually, no, I let my own insecurities get in the way, and I've been a huge dick to you for no reason. I'm sorry. To tell the truth, I think we could be really good friends. If I could ever make it up to you, I respect you a lot. We sit in silence for a second. Can we start over? What do you mean? From the beginning. Brian holds out his hand.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Brian. I take his hand and shake it vigorously. Hey, Brian, I'm Kevin. It's really nice to meet you. Great shirt. Thanks, Kevin. Brian and I look at each other. We both share a smirk over this silly little game, but it feels good to be on the same side for once. All right, folks, thanks for being patient. Turn out the raccoon didn't steal a part, but was instead still rummaging around in the inner workings of the engine. We formed a very yet mutually beneficial truce. The carriage starts moving, and we found ourselves down on the dry land in no time. Brian and I wander around for a bit, looking for Daisy and Amanda. You know, getting stuck on that Ferris wheel could have been a lot worse. I'm glad we worked things out. Me too, buddy.
Ah.
Now that that's over with, we can both get home to quietly enjoy our evenings. Agreed. Dad.
What?
I think you kids will be pleased to find out that Brian and I have worked out our different... Dad! That's great and all, but Brian's in trouble. But Brian's right. The fish Brian. What?
Hey.
Daisy and I got on the log flume, and when we were going down the hill, Brian just flew out of the log, and now he's hanging from some pipe on the ride. We have to save him. But Brian's right. The fish. Brian the fish. Oh, right. Come on. We gotta save Brian the fish. We sprint over to the log fume, spotting Brian the fish stuck up on the rafters of the wild ride. We'll get you down, little buddy. We have to go get Brian before the fair closes, or who knows what'll happen to him. But the fair closes in 10 minutes. I guess we need to hustle then. What's the plan? Well, one ride around the track lasts 90 seconds. Brian's hanging from a pipe right above the drop, So you'll have a window of about 10 seconds to grab him. Wow. Did you just do all of that math in your head? That's really impressive. I just counted. It's not that impressive. I'm so proud of you, honey. Okay. That rafter is pretty high up. How are we going to reach him? We all think for a second. I've got it. Brian runs over to the midway, to the last game that we played, and snags the pole from the game attendant that they used to grab stuffed animals. I think this will do the trick. Hi. Amanda presses 2 ticket stubs into my hand. Here. There are last 2 tickets. Brian's fate is in your hands now. There's no time. Come on. Brian leads me by the hand to the entrance of the log flume. Getting there just in the nick of time. Looks like you guys are the last ones. We take our seats on the slippery vinyl. The ride operator pulls the bar down over our laps. You ready for this? The log starts drifting down the fake river. Unnaturally blue water sloshes over the sides, soaking my shoes. This is gross. You know how earlier I said that I was the best at carnival rides? The ride jerks forward and I let out a small yelp. That might have been an embellishment. Our rickety log makes the slow climb up the track for the most grueling minute of my life. I see him, hanging from the rafters just before the drop of our beloved Brian, the fish, not the guy. Are you ready? I don't think I can reach it from where I'm sitting. It's all you, buddy. Brian presses the fishing pole into my hands. Oh God, I don't know if I can do this. Hey, I believe in you. I gulp. I could do this. Gotta save the fish. Fishing here is easy. They group up. All you gotta do is line up 3 of the same species and reel them in. Okay.
Match that fish. Now you're fishing.
Is that all I had to do? That's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. With the precision only attainable from playing midway games at a competitive level, I hook the baggie that contains Brian the fish and place it into my lap. I did it. I grasp the bag firmly. He'll be nice and safe during the... Oh God, the drop. I momentarily forgot there was a drop. It's a drop. It's a big drop. Oh, it's coming up real fast. Oh man, it's a big drop. So when I told you that I had sort of over-exaggerated my proficiency with carnival rides, it turns out that I had under-exaggerated just how bad I am with them, and I am utterly and completely terrified of carnival rides. Brian looks over to me and takes my hand in his. I'm right here. We can do this. He gives my hand a squeeze as our log tips over the edge and flies down the drop. Ah! A wall of water rains down on us. I realize I had my eyes squeezed shut and open them to find Brian still holding my hand. He smiles at me. That wasn't so bad. Told you we would make it. Brian and I walk off the ride and approach Daisy and Amanda. I hand the baggie to Amanda.
Huh?
Brian. Hey. No, the fish. Ah. I mean, hey, thanks for saving the fish. Don't thank me, that was all your dad. Aw, shucks, it was a team effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all used your special skills to get him back. Brian got the pole, Daisy did the math, and you got the fish. I didn't get to do anything cool. Well, honey, I'm sure you... Hey, what were you guys doing up there? That was totally dangerous. Amanda steps in front of all of us and plants her feet. Listen, dude. It might have been totally dangerous, but I'll have you know that we triumphed over more than just your silly rules today. We overcame adversity through teamwork and friendship and love. We banded together to achieve a common goal, and here we stand, stronger than the sum of our parts. And for you to... I actually don't care. The fair is closing. Just get out of here. The ride operator wanders off. You really are a sparkling conversationalist. We join the crowd of fairgoers, slowly ambling back to the parking lot. You kids want to stick around for the fireworks? Do we have to? I've never seen a child less enthusiastic about fireworks. Yeah, can we just go home? We've been hauling all these prizes around for hours and my back is killing me. You kids run on ahead. We'll catch up with you later tonight. Amanda and Daisy skip along. We'll probably find them later curled up on a couch and watching Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers. Brian and I sit down on a bench a little further away from the rest of the crowd who've all gathered to watch the fireworks. Hell of a day, huh? You can say that again. Hell of a day, huh? Fucking dads, dude. The dad humor in this is just so intense. This is the one time I'll let you out dad me. I'll take it. I breathe in the cool night air as the first firework launches and explodes in the sky over the fair. I'm glad we talked about all that stuff. Me too. It's good to have a friend like you, Brian. The fireworks launch into full swing, bursting around us in a rainbow of reds, green, blues, and whites. There's one more thing I have to admit, though. What's that? I don't know anything about fishing. Brian bursts out laughing. Oh, buddy. I know. What? You knew the whole time? I mean, you weren't exactly subtle about it. I can feel myself blushing. He laughs again. It's okay. It was cute. If you're interested, maybe I could teach you sometime. That's what friends do, right? Ha. The laughter dies down and we watch the fireworks a little longer. I can tell he wants to say something, but he's having trouble getting it out. You know, it's kind of funny. What is? We're not fighting anymore, but I still feel like we've left some stuff unresolved. Oh, lawn mowing is still happening. We're cool now, but don't think I forgot about that. Brian laughs. No, it's not that. Don't you feel like there's maybe something else here?
Okay.
Or is it just me? Looking at Brian, his smile illuminated by the crackling embers falling through the night sky, I suddenly understand what he's talking about. Oh. This whole time, with emotions running so high, I realize what I really been feeling, what I thought was jealousy, was actually, it's not just you. Ah! Brian inches towards me. You know, it's hard paying attention to the fireworks when you're right here. He and I lean in. Ah! So, this is how I feel every time I'm doing anything that's like, there's like romance in it. And I'm like, I start blushing. He and I lean in and our lips touch. He places one hand on my shoulder, then another at the base of my neck, gently pulling me closer to him in a warm embrace. I feel safe. Brian pulls away from me for a moment and smiles. I guess now we get to compete over who's better at kissing. Brian stifles a laugh and pulls me in for another. I'll accept that challenge. Sure enough, when I get home, Amanda and Daisy are passed out on the sofa, surrounded by giant stuffed animals. Amanda's snoring drowns out the Paranormal Ice Road Truckers still playing on TV. I turn everything off and throw a couple of blankets over the kids before heading to bed myself. Oh my god, that was so cute. Daddy points.
That was alright, but you can't top me.
So is Brian the top? He would be, yeah. Yeah. Ooh, I think I have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any minute now. Oh, I have a dog. I have a dog at the door. Hold on. I have a dog at the door. I hear you. I'm coming. I hear you. You coming in? Hi. I hear you. Hi. You want to sit with me? Okay, come on. You want to come up? Little. think that's our car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, Kevin. Be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Hey, Dad. Off to a good start. Something fishy? What? No. I had a crab cake sandwich for lunch. That's probably it. You're allergic to shellfish. Oh no. I forgot. Again. Dad. Oh gosh. I'm gonna be sick. What have I done? I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you.
Ugh.
Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Father, it would fill my heart with glee. I lead Amanda over to the kitchen table where a present lies covered under a tablecloth. It's nothing special, but I wanted to get you a little something. You graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal about it, but Dad, I dramatically whip the cloth off the table. Amanda's jaw drops. No way! I figure you probably won't be able to get a cable in the dorm, so I thought it might be nice to take a piece of home with you. A DVD box set of Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers? This is all 19 seasons! And bonus material, including commentary with actual ghosts featured on the show. Commentary with the ghosts. Dad, I love this. Thank you. She gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you want to hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something? Totally. I follow Amanda to the back door. What? Look at all the dads. So many dads. You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten that my entire mission in life is to make a big deal out of your accomplishments. So consider this your graduation party. Surprise. Dad, everyone's here. Well, yeah, everyone wanted to come and support you. Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is. Fully customizable down to the type of mac. And there's an ice cream cake. The good kind with the crunchies in the middle. Yes. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Just go have fun with your pals, alright? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make the rounds and make sure everyone's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese. Hey, bruh. Craig! I love you, Craig. Bruh.
Oh.
This is a real rager. Taking our older age into consideration. I'm trying to be in bed at a reasonable hour tonight. Don't let me get too wild.
Bro.
Don't worry, dude. I'll keep an eye out on your fruit punch intake. You know, I'm really glad we're bros again. Me too, dude. Briar and Hazel peek out behind Craig. Hi, little ones. Hello. Hiya. Thank you for all that ice cream cake. Wait, girls, how much of that did you eat? Briar ate 4 pieces. Ask any witnesses. No, I didn't. Hazel ate 4 pieces and wants to pin it on me because we look alike. I have your face. Nobody will ever believe you. Oh boy. I'll let you guys figure this out. Good seeing you, Craig. Let's hang soon. Yeah?
Hey,
Totally. Tell Amanda congrats for us. Looks like you've settled into this neighborhood quite nicely. Yep. Couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully we'll see you at more church events. We got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year. Sure thing, Joseph. And maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang out sometime. Sure, Joseph. That'd be great. Well, see you later.
oh,
The perfect cheddar to mac ratio. Beautiful work, Kevin. Thanks, Hugo. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda going to her dream school. I'm glad she turned it around for the finals. Me too. That scholarship money will really help. Amanda walks by and pretends not to see Hugo. Amanda, come say hi to your old teacher. Hey. Congratulations on graduating. I know you're going to do great things at art school. Yeah, thanks. Amanda starts to back away. Wait, I just realized that you're not my teacher anymore, so I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me. You're right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah, I'm gonna break anything I want, and there's nothing you can do about it. Are you still mad about that time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? No.
Oh.
And I'll have you know that the globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place, so she'll fit into college just fine. Hey, Robert. Glad you could make it. Yep. Why is he being so cold? Everything okay? Sure. Why won't you talk to me? I thought we had something. Come on, Kevin. You know what this was. Damn. You were an object to me the same way I thought I was an object to you. I figured we were on the same page here, at least for what... Oh my god, like, what? But I don't want to be in this. I don't want to be in this if there are feelings involved. I got too much to deal with as it is. I'll catch you around.
Hey.
Hey, man. Matt. Let me know when Amanda leaves for college. I'll have a fresh batch of banana bread Kennedys ready for her. Thank you. I know she'll love that. What a splendid garden party. My deepest thanks for extending an invitation to my son and I. This icebox cake is divine. Yeah, thanks, dude. Good cake. Thanks for coming by. I see Daisy and Amanda in a corner of the party and walk up to them. I swear, if you two are planning another parent trap. Relax, Dad. We already won the game. We're just having a friendly chat. Tell me more about college. Slow down, kiddo. You're not even in middle school yet. But I want to go to class in my PJs now. I mean, nothing's stopping you. But Daisy, I hear you. I know you're stoked on college and skipping grades and taking over the world with science, but you gotta enjoy being a kid first. Growing up is weird and scary, and eventually you'll be able to rent a car, but you've gotta get through middle school in one piece first. You know how you wish you were going to college? I wish I was in 5th grade. I want recess and snack time back. Cherish it while it lasts, girl. You got a big future ahead of you, but I don't want you growing up too fast on us, alright? Alright. Thanks, Amanda. I ease away slowly. Amanda seems like she's got a handle on the situation. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat on our back porch step. The sun is setting and everybody seems to have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer party, Pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I also have something for you. For me. Why? Not to be completely genuine about my feelings for once or anything, but growing up wasn't easy. But I could have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. Dad, you've been there for me through everything. There's been times in my life where you were my only friend. I was really scared of going to college and being so far away from you, but I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm ready. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. Don't cry. Don't cry. I swear to God, Kevin, if you cry again. You're the best dad ever. I love you. And I'm crying. Anyway, that was enough emotional vulnerability for one day. Present time. Amanda hands me a tiny wrapped package. I tear the wrapping off to find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us. Kind of shocking. All of our photo albums are just pictures of me, huh? I figured we needed at least one together before I leave. Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience of my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman. I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you. Knock 'em dead, kid. Always do. Amanda and I share a hug. This is only the beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us down the road. Memories to make and stuff to break, right? Oh, I'm gonna break so much stuff, intentionally and unintentionally. You're gonna probably have to pay for most of it. It would be my honor. Amanda hops up. Looks like someone's been waiting to talk to you. I glance over to the back of the yard. There's where Brian is sitting on a bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me. I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmas are gonna go get ice cream. Pew pew. Love you, Pops. Amanda runs off to join her friends. I take a seat next to Brian as the last guests make their way out of the party.
Oh.
Nice job. I couldn't have thrown a better party myself. I smile. So are we doing like opposite competition now? Yeah, we're just gonna compliment each other relentlessly. I bet you could do more push-ups than me.
Oh.
I bet you're better with computers than I am. I bet you can trim a tree faster than I could.
Oh.
I bet you could de-ice a sidewalk more thoroughly than me. I like this a lot better. Brian blushes. I nestle myself into the soft space between Brian's shoulder and chest. No matter how many times he washes that shirt, I bet he'll never get the smell of campfire out of it. Not that I mind. Got a long summer coming. Interested in some more fishing trips with me, Daisy and Amanda? As long as you'll save me again if I fall into the water. I'd be happy to. Gotta sneak in as much father and daughter time as possible before Amanda heads out. Also be careful. She's probably gonna try to steal your dog and take him with her to college. Hi! I also get the feeling Daisy might try to stow away in her suitcase, so watch out for that. This is pretty much the end of this game, but it's very drawn out. But my dad found a new dad. So my dad, Kevin, who looks ridiculous, is getting with Brian. And they both have daughters, and it's very cute. The sunset casts a pink glow over everything, and a quiet calm seems to descend upon my backyard. It reminds me of the lake. I'm glad we're not rivals anymore. Me too. Although I don't think I've ever been more productive than I was when I was trying to one-up you. Maybe a little friendly competition is what we both needed. I sigh and nuzzle against Brian a little harder. I am the cuddle champion. The cuddle champion. We'll see about that. So it's essentially like a novel based into a game, and it's you're a dad and you're trying to get with other dads. So I had like a bunch of dads to choose from. I love the song, by the way. So you have all these other dads to choose from, but I went by personality, and I felt like Brian was the best personality wise. Like, I feel like they could really live a life together. Oh my god, look at my dad! He's so ridiculous with his egg. Oh my god, I need a picture of that. Oh, my phone's dead. Oh my god. His little egg nips. And his Goku hair. I love it. Oh my god, look at Brian! He's fishing. He's an outdoorsy man. So these were the guys. In the middle is Joseph. He is a youth minister. Then it went away. And then we chose Brian. So Brian's the one that's highlighted. He's the one with the red hair. And then Damien is the goth-looking one. Robert is the one that looks like he's going to sell you drugs and have sex with you. Matt is the one next to Brian on the other side, and he owns a coffee shop and he's a music guy. And then Hugo is our daughter's teacher, and he's down here in between Damien and Joseph. So those were our mini games. But yeah, that was what I was playing. It was really cute, actually. I ended up playing it, I think, a lot longer than you can play it, like, or that most people play it. I don't know. But it was fun. I was going to play this other game the other day, but it wasn't working, so I decided to play that one instead. And then I was like, okay, I need to keep playing it because I want to know what happens. I need to know what happens. Okay. Do I want to play something else, or am I done? I don't know. I think I'll end it for tonight. But, yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to be back. I'm going to do art tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm either going to make sun catchers or like little fairy gardens that you can, like window fairy gardens, like you can hang them. So if you are interested in that, you can come through tomorrow for the stream. It'll be at 8 p.m. And I'll be making stuff that here. And then Thursday and I'll be back to do gaming, and then Saturday I'll be doing gaming and drag. And I'm not sure what to do for my look this week. I'm going to have to go look at some of my clothes and stuff and see what pops out at me. I don't know. I need like a color inspiration or something. Maybe a different wig color or something like that. I also I have a whole space in my room I want to renovate and like reorganize so I can put some of my drag stuff there. I'll text you. Okay. I just need to recharge my phone because it's dead. But thank you guys so much for coming to hang out and watching me play this game. And I will see you tomorrow.